Could we please get a couple of waters up here? Do you want one more? Maybe 3 waters when you guys get a chance? That's how quiet I was, Ian, when we were. That's how. Check, check, check. I don't know if she heard me. I don't know if it was on.
Oh. Didn't know y'all were here. How's everybody doing? Man, it's so good to be here. Oh, shit. We can turn the monitors down. I got the. Go ahead, bring it down some more. It was pretty funny because I hadn't used any of this stuff in 2 years. You guys hear about that? And it was just kind of funny, like all this stuff. Like I pulled the amp out, this acoustic amp. I played a couple of band shows, but I hadn't done any acoustic shows. And I had to look at the manual because I was like, I don't even know how it works anymore. You know, it's been. But I want to, before we get into this is a real wonderful show. We've done this in Austin a couple of times, and we were planning on doing it in 2020, and then. So tonight. Very fortunate to have my good friend, Mr. Warren Hood. And then just because we felt sorry for him, we drugged this dude along too. No, this is one of my best
Ian.
friends in all of music. Mr. Buck Allen. So grateful to have him. Oh, Abilene, inside of me, misunderstood and cruel. Your casual slip, it betrays my point of view. Oh, and I can see for miles and miles, I can never call your name. Oh, and Abilene, so many sunny skies. Will I leave this town? I'd forget your name, I'd forget your skin and everything. But you let me down, let me hanging around like some strange fruit from a tree. I'm afraid to sleep, afraid to walk these streets. For the day they'll find me out, there'll be no sympathies yet for ones like me allowed. And nevermore your hurried brow, 'cause you would never compromise. Oh, and I believe so many sunny skies. Oh, and I believe too many sunny skies. Thank you so much. Well, Buck and I had a great time driving down today. We've spent a good portion of our life together, and kind of such a joy to be able to spend some time together because not that I ever took it for granted, but it just goes by so fast, doesn't it? And so he was telling me some stories I didn't even remember being at, but it sounded like I had a good time. So I remember when we first came out as a band, we had a lot of success in Los Angeles, and we had a lot of famous people that were fans of ours. And I remember we used to always hang out at the Viper Room. I don't know if you remember this or not, but we had come down. I think we played a show at the House of Blues and hung out with River Phoenix. It was the night before he died. You remember that? So I've always had this weird feeling about LA, and I kind of talk about it, and sometimes I don't know if y'all think I'm just kind of making it up, but I got this love, hate love relationship with it. I don't hate it all the way. I kind of love it a little bit because all the girls are really pretty, kind of. They're augmented significantly, but in a way that is sometimes attractive in a strange way. You know what I mean? It just feels like Los Angeles, baby. On her knees, she's divine. Another angel you trip, but you don't seem to mind. The life that we made let you down. She fell to the floor without making a sound. And looked to the bed where she lay. Yeah, and raise a glass to your order today. Yeah, and beauty and love you've never known. So you laid her down at the Chateau Marmot. Oh, an Angeline, oh, an Angeline. Well, and you'll never know all the trouble I've seen. And mercy, she runs from your eyes, where they're blue but so cold that she can't sympathize. Yeah, and suffer the bastards who paid with their quiet indiscretions and the promises made. Oh, an Angeline, oh, an Angeline. Well, and you'll never know all the trouble I've seen. Well, and you'll never know all the trouble I've seen. Yeah! your knees, you're divine. Oh, well, angel, you trip, but you don't seem to mind. The life that we made, it let you down. You fell to the floor without making a sound. Oh, and Angeline, oh, and Angelina, well, and you'll never know all the trouble I've seen. Oh, and Angeline, oh, and Angelina, oh, and you'll never know all the trouble I've seen. Oh, and you'll never know all the trouble I've seen. Oh, never know all the trouble I've seen. Thank you so much. Well, Bucka was talking about this the first set, but you know, the beautiful thing of being in a band and making music is the journey of the whole thing. This next tune is off of a record called And All the Colors, and it's kind of like the people that love that record, they love that record. It's really got a lot of staying power. It never had the impact. It didn't have the marketing dollars behind it that the first two did, but that record really made some big waves in its own way. And whenever I think about this, I think about us in the studio, because it was me, Bucka, JJ, and George recording that record with my friend Mark Addison helping to produce. And this tune was, I just remember we were digging in all of these different colors and crayons that we hadn't messed with, and it's a really great memory in my mind. So this tune is one we don't get to do in the band sets a lot. I guess we could, but it just feels right to do it here at our Christmas show. Get you kind of dark and broody before we give you something to smile about. Plaster slowly cracking, the rain it falls right through me, and the pregnant clouds are crying. The hat is on the table, and my eyes are on the ocean. Ocean knows no mercy. Well, I'm all strung out and lonely, baby, you know. So the town around is sleeping, so me and my religion, well, I kneel to Saint Teresa, and she hits me like a hammer for the sins I wasn't sure of, and the time she's been waiting. Well, I'm all strung out, lonely, baby, you know. I'm all strung out and lonely, baby, you know. On all the colors spilling down, were they drowning you? When melting wax was pouring down and the sun surrounded you. When lights were flashing all around,
mesmerized you then. Prince left you, no one else to blame. Oh, so the people, they look ugly. They fall into my window. They fall through painted glass. Ritablo está nel rincone, es donde algo me daño, y donde mi vida pasó. When I'm all strung out and lonely, baby, you know. When I'm all strung out and lonely, baby, you know. When I'm all strung out and lonely, baby, you know. When I'm all strung out and lonely, baby, you know.
Warren Hood, y'all. What's going on? Oh. Well, that is just a proper presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you. I didn't, actually, I would love to do a cheers if y'all don't mind. Well, I want to start. It's going to be a little bit of a heavy one because you got to, in order to let the heart rise, you got to let the corporal stuff get out of the way, right? So I want to start by acknowledging friends of ours that have passed on. I've had a couple of very close friends of mine that I have lost in the last year, and I want to start off by acknowledging the passing of the spirits and the people in our lives that have moved on. And I also want to say I'm so damn excited for 2022 and the ability for us to not have to give a shit about this stuff. Salud. And this is the perfect song to play after that. I've had this one since I was about 20 years old. I wrote it while I was on the road with Joe Ely. I think it was in Ann Arbor, Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. Would you wipe away my pain? Ooh, and take me out of the driving rain. Ooh, and sing me a lullaby, keep me warm and dry. Ooh, mother, I'm counting on you to paint me a blue sky. May the colors run true. I may look to the heavens when I search for the truth. Yeah. Paint me a blue sky, keep me warm and dry. Whoa, mother, when I'm counting on you to paint me a blue sky. Ooh, paint me a blue sky. Ooh, paint me a blue sky. Paint me a blue sky. Sing that so low, I tried to keep it inside, baby. So many people go through life and it seems that they just get by. I know the truth. Ooh, Thank you so much. I am so grateful to be able to take this show down here. We've done this a couple of years in a row up in Austin, and we were planning on doing it. And so I'm just so grateful to be able to have my buddies here. Normally, yeah. And I asked if they would both play a couple of songs in case y'all, well, either you're fans of theirs or maybe you don't know them yet, but this is Mucky's got a couple of beautiful tunes he's going to play, and Mr. Buck Allen.
Hey, thank y'all very much. I'm going to send this one out to George. We lost George a few years back, and Ian and I both played with him an awful lot. All of us knew George Reef, and this is a song called Land of Dreams. Driving down the highway, his thoughts are drifting by. He's feeling like a ghost town that's been left alone to die, and vanished from a world where a million secrets lie. Visions from the people that have only made him cry. There's a million miles of highway stretched across his face, a million more to conquer and a million more to trace. And every line of sorrow is a sign from the winds of fate, and every crack of beauty is a map to a magic place. The road flows through his veins as a voice from a distant land calls out his name. And he knows it will never change, 'cause it's the myth of a place that creates his land of dreams, his land of dreams. The road holds every answer, it's been known to never lie. For every mile behind him, there's a truth that refused to hide. Now he's moving through a world where a million secrets lie. He listens for the whisper that will guide him on his ride. The road flows through his veins as a voice from a distant land calls out his name. And he knows it will never change, 'cause it's the myth of a place that creates his land of dreams, his land of dreams. He's seen the land of pity, he's seen the land of pain. Now he sees the land for lovers, and it's calling out his name. And the road flows through his veins as a voice from a distant land calls out his name. And he knows it will never change, 'cause it's the myth of a place that creates his land of dreams. His land of dreams. Right on, you guys. That was beautiful, you guys. I'll do one more. This is called Where We Belong. This is an old song that Ian's heard. I think Ian was around when I was writing this song. I'm pretty sure.
No, I was tortured when
Yeah.
he was writing this song.
Yeah.
That's what I told her earlier. That I mean, we don't get to hang out as much as we probably should, but there was a period of time for about 15 years where every time Bucka had 2 beers and a piano, we heard this song
I have
for about
one
3.
right now.
I heard this song many a night at about 2 or 3 in the morning. But I love it. It's a great song, so I'm grateful to be able to hear it tonight. I'm just glad I had a little break for about 10 years.
The sky is a devil. It's ready to rain over me and you. The wind is a demon that blows through our hearts in this rain that falls. The ground was our angel, now it's covered by evil and pain. And once again, our love's like a river left here from the water in this land with hearts and bones. In the bones there is heartache. The hearts are for love's sake, so we know it's where we belong. And the clouds cast down shadows that battle for fate and strive to darken this place. The moon's like a serpent that spits down pale beams, it'll burn and poison this land. The stars were diamonds, but they can't seem to shine. The sky, let them shine through. Love's like a river left here from the water. This land of hearts and bones. Let the bones that surround us will touch what's inside us, so we know it's where we belong. Thank you all very much.
This is so fun. Right on. I'm glad y'all are here. It's been too long. You know, it's funny because I had this great balance. You know, I live outside of Seattle on this island. I've became a man living where I live. You know, I really did. I was just a boy. All I knew how to do is play guitar, and you have to learn a lot of stuff when you live on an island. Really good at chopping wood. I don't know if that's going to get me very far in the music world, but I'm a damn good wood chopper, and I can stack like a mother, too. But it was funny when, so I was actually, I think we were talking about this, I was in Austin. It's like everyone's going to have their, like, it's like an AA story. How'd you get sober? I was at South by Southwest, and I was trying to keep touring because when you're a musician, you just keep going. You know, it's like tornado, just go around it. Hurricane, take the high road. You know, riots, where are the riots not happening? Where it just happened there, it's probably safe. The riot already happened. You know, so we don't understand stopping. A blizzard just means drive slower and put the chains on, because you go to the next gig. That's what it is to do what we do, right? So I'm down in Austin, and my wife's up in Seattle, and they're already like full on lockdown. She's like, baby, you got to come home. And I said, but we got gigs in Oklahoma, honey, and it's totally mellow there, you know, because that's what I'm thinking. Like, no, it's not in Oklahoma. We're cool. And I'm trying to pay, you know, musicians don't make a lot of money, so my guys need the money to pay their rent. So we're kind of like, we got to make these gigs. And I remember I was staying at my friend Michelle's house, and Chris and Eleanor Masterson were there. They're the Mastersons, played with Steve Earle, and they were up having coffee, and I was having coffee, and I was about to go down to Antone's. I was going to play a benefit back when we thought that was going to be the only money that anyone was going to lose. And they were like about to drive back to Los Angeles in their van, and I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, you probably need to go home. And I'm like, really? You sure? And so anyhow, I called Alaska Airlines, and I said, hey, I'm gonna, and I got on a flight that day, and next thing you know, I'm home. And like everybody, I didn't, you know, I didn't realize, right? 18 months later, I'm still home. And here's what I found out. I got a couple little details I didn't know about myself. I always think I like being by myself. Nope, not true. I like people. I miss the hell out of people. Yes, amen to that. Jolene and I made a very fortuitous purchase. We bought an inflatable hot tub in the fall of 2020. And I think that saved our marriage. But I was so lost without music, I took up gardening. I couldn't think of what else to do. And it got to the point where Jolene literally had to tell me that I couldn't talk about soil in the hot tub because it was too boring. And I was like, when in my life have I been too boring? I've been a lot of things, but I've never been too boring. I had nothing to talk about. I couldn't talk about what crazy thing so-and-so did on the road, and, oh, man, they hooked up and did this, and so-and-so had a hang, you know what I mean? Or like, and then we played Houston, and people were insane, and so-and-so threw up on my foot, and this happened, and that's my typical night. Instead, I was like, you know, if you put a kelp meal in the soil, that really brings the nitrogen up. And Jolene's like, what happened to you? said, that's what happens when you take a musician off the road for 18 months, people. We got to get this train back on the tracks. So when I walked up here and said I'm truly grateful, I don't know that I communicated that heavy enough. Thank you so much for coming out and sharing the night with us tonight. So we're gonna do a tune that Bucka reminded me about from Modern Day Folklore, our second record. This one is a badass song, and I totally forgot about it. And a couple of years, 3 years ago, hit me to this one. So.
Sun sinking away from me leaves me in a silent way. The air is still, there are no stars, and I feel like you'll be gone. And I feel that you'll be gone. Loneliness fell from the moon tonight beneath a vacant blanket of sky, and shot its lonely beams as if crying, and I feel that you'll be gone. Feel that you'll be gone. Sky is a thief with no sympathy. It's ripped life from my eyes and short its lonely beams as if crying. I feel that you'll be gone. I feel that you'll be gone. Don't leave me, baby. Don't leave me, girl. Don't leave me, baby. Don't leave me, girl. Don't let the sun, don't Don't let the sun, don't let the sun sink it down on me.
Well, if I fell at your feet, baby, would you ever notice me? Yeah. Baby, would you just pass me by? If I were hurting deep up the night, would you call it, babe? Everything alright? Hey, baby, would I have to ask you why? Let me in my world, and we'll take it real slow. And I'll show you things, baby, if you just let it go. Give you my money, baby. Give you my time. I would give you anything to make you mine. All I want, baby, is to keep you satisfied.
give you my time. I will give you anything to make you mine. All I want is to keep you, baby. I keep you satisfied. All I want is to keep you, baby. I keep you satisfied. All I want is to keep you, baby. I keep you satisfied. Woo!
Thank y'all. Well, it being a Christmas show, I do have a Christmas song, of course. You guys know my Christmas song? It's like one of my favorite songs. I only get to play it once a year. I don't know if you heard. It's kind of weird doing a Christmas tune in the summer, which I have done. But if y'all get confused about this kind of when I write these kind of tunes, I was telling everybody in the first set, probably my favorite record when I was a kid was Stardust, Willie Nelson. And I remember, because I was really familiar with his voice, like anybody that lives in Texas, just Willie's voice is kind of like the water. You just know it, right? But it was something about him singing those tunes that seemed kind of mysterious to me and really dug up this space inside of me. So anyhow, this is a tune I wrote a number of years back with my friend Mark Addison. It's called Just Don't Seem Like Christmas. Though it may not snow this year, I'll take the rain if you were here. And through the maelstrom of your eyes, well, I'd find some light to sympathize. Though the weather's cold and cloudy, one thing's becoming clear, said it just don't seem like Christmas when you're not here. Spent some time on the avenue, yeah, but nothing seemed to fit my mood. Yeah, all these things you would have liked were around the tree on Christmas night. So do you think you might be willing get in touch this year? 'Cause it just don't seem like Christmas when you're not here. Oh, the mistletoe kisses, yeah, I still remember, and the years passed us by. Baby, now it's December, oh, presents unopened, wishes unspoken, we'll send them alone anyway. Wherever you might be tonight, whoever's sleeping by your side, come on and buy the Christmas tree. Well, I hope that you might think of me. Oh, try to make yourself a promise to get in touch this year. Oh,
just don't seem like Christmas when you're not here. Oh, well, it just don't seem like Christmas when you're not here.
Thank y'all. Very fortunate. I've never had the opportunity to have Warren Hood play with me down here in Houston. He's going to do a couple of tunes for y'all. I'm so grateful to have him on the show with us tonight. And how about a hand for Mr. Warren Hood?
Thank you. It's an honor to be up here with Ian and Bucka. I've been fans of theirs for a long time and fortunate to call them friends. And not only did he invite me to come play with him, but then he asked me to do some songs. So that tells you all you need to know about this guy right here.
Most of it.
All you need to know. I did a song of mine I wrote when I was on tour in the Northeast and left a Starbucks and found out that it used to be a music venue and really made me grateful for the places that we do have, like the Mucky Duck. And I really thought about, you know, it's probably a lot easier to turn a building into a Starbucks and make money than a music venue and make money. And so the people that run the music venues oftentimes are doing it because they really like music and they really want to keep this thing going and give a place for us to play and y'all to enjoy. So very grateful to the Mucky Duck. Thank y'all for supporting the Mucky Duck. I wrote this song when I left there. Money changes hands and everything changes. I bet you didn't know that chain store there was a famous jazz club just 3 years ago. Now the skyline's different and the strangers everywhere. I grew up in this town, she don't know me anymore, and I wonder what I'm doing here. Sign your name on the wall, and maybe a line that's funny and true, so they know you were here too. Sign your name on the wall, yeah, that's all that you can do. They say life's too short, but what if it's long? You've gotta prepare for that too. But you never thought you would live this long, and now you don't know what to do. But it's too late to change horses now. You'll have to stay the course. You've earned hair of silver and a heart of gold, and the right to make some noise. Sign your name on the wall, and maybe a line that's funny and true, so they know you were here too. You sign your name on the wall, yeah, that's all that you can do. I still remember the way it was before the flood. Oh, and it's still here. If you look real hard, you'll find a diamond in the rough. There's losers and winners and saints and sinners. Some refuse to play the game. I hold on to the good and I leave the rest, and try to do right by my old man. There's an angel in white on my left shoulder, keeping me in line. when that red one on the right tries up in my ear and poison my gentle mind. Sign your name on the wall, and maybe a line that's funny and true, so they know you were here too. You sign your name on the wall. Yeah, that's all that you can do. Just sign your name on the wall. Yeah, that's all that you can do. Thank you. Not only did Ian invite me up here to sing a song, but he also invited me up here to sing another song.
I wanted to give you a second chance. Just
Did. So I'm going to do one. My father, Champ Hood, was in a band called Uncle Walt's Band with Walter Hyatt and David Ball. They were from Spartanburg, South Carolina, moved to Austin in the 70s, and used to play right here before I was born. And they wrote a lot of great music and recorded a lot. And I'm going to do a song that I recorded of theirs, written by my godfather, Walter Hyatt. A song called Motor City Man. All they said, don't disturb your head about the work we do. You stay in school, later on you'll do what we couldn't do. Run, boy, run in the summer sun on a summer day. You know what you know, and you can't wait to grow and be on your way. I could only understand that my dad's a good man and he's glad payday. High school plant, be a Motor City man, working night or day. 'Cause no matter who you are, you got to have a car in the USA. Yeah, but something ain't right about billboards smiling down the big highway. Well, it's hard times again, and good working men are sitting home all day. Well, I know this plant's closing down. I'm leaving this town. I'll be gone payday. Yeah, the red lights and green lights are lighting my home, gonna light my way. I said goodbye to the park at the corner after dark, where I lost my faith. Let the factories all fall down to the mother ground. I'll be gone payday. I've done all I can, I'm a Motor City man, and I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way. I said I'm on my way.
Warren Hood, y'all. Yeah, I know. I love it. Makes me want to do this all the time. It's so cool. I grew up playing fiddle. I don't know if y'all know that, and it's so nice to play with somebody so great. So thank you so much for sharing the stage with us. All right. Well, I told the actual real story. The one good thing I did get to, well, I did a couple of good things actually during all this time. I practiced my ass off. I tried to learn how to play jazz guitar. I don't know if I actually got any better in a year and a half of 6 to 8 hours a day, but I tried really hard. But I went fishing a bunch, and that was amazing. I'm so grateful to be able to have some time to do that. I'm actually going to see one of my fishing buddies tomorrow night. But when I first moved up to the Northwest, because people always ask me, why did you move? Why the hell did you leave Austin? Are you crazy? Yes, first of all. I got tired of driving 15 hours starting at 2 in the morning to go fish in New Mexico. Yeah, right? See? It's a long way if you like trout fishing. If you're into fishing for redfish and stuff, you're in the right spot. I like being up in the mountains, and so anyhow, I could drive about 6 hours from my house, and I'm in Montana. And man, it is just amazing being on those rivers, and like you're like sitting in camp and you're having coffee, and a moose walks up. Or a bear walks up, or whatever. It's just kind of like it's one of those places where it's not weird to see a bear or a mountain lion. I mean, hopefully not a mountain lion. You don't normally see them. You just know they're around. But anyhow, when I first moved up to Seattle, I booked me and, y'all know Danny Barnes? Bad Livers, Danny Barnes, banjo player. Amazing player. I just saw him play a couple of weeks back. But he's a fisherman too, and we booked a couple of tours around fly fishing hatches. Not the greatest career move, but we had a great time. And this song came one fateful day when I almost died on the Willamette River, day one of fishing season. My waders got filled up with water, and I went for a swim. So this one's a song I wrote on my way to the gig with waders full of water, and I got a song out of it. Joe Ely always told me I would, and he was right. Every day is like a new day. The sun has broken through the night's haze, and I drink my coffee from a big cup, and I ain't ever gonna get up, get up. If I was a writer, well, I'd lay around smoking cigarettes and thinking about a life I'd live if I was someone else. If love was lost and I was by myself. But babe, your love it is a mountain stream. What's rough and rocky turns the valley green. And just to love you, baby, is not enough. Honey, I just wanna drink you up. Oh, drink you up. My head is heavy and my tongue is slow, but I just want a cold to let you know your words weren't wasted, babe, I'm doing okay. And every day is like a new day, new day, new day.
day, a new day, a new day, a new day, a new day, a new, oh, 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 day.
Thank you so much. Well, we got a couple more songs for you. We're playing with this lineup in San Antonio tomorrow and then in Austin, Texas. And we're actually going to have my friend Erica Michelle sing a song with us, a duet, because I got to have a girl to do that one. But I'm going to do a tune right now that's off of Luminaria, which is one of my favorite records. It's always the funny thing. Thank you. The way people take records and the way people make records and the way you make art, the way people receive it, because the songs that matter to you are often different than the songs that will matter to people. And one of the things you learn as a songwriter is you just can't have any idea of what's going to hit and what people are going to relate to. I'll do a toss-off song sometimes, and people will be like, "That's the best song you ever wrote," and I'm like, "I did that as a joke." Well, actually, I don't say that because I don't want to take it away. No, seriously, I don't want to take it away from anybody. It's like, that's the beauty of music. Like, I don't understand why Lady Gaga would be the person that stopped you from ending your life or something, but you know what I mean? She does. And wherever the music hits you, that's where it's supposed to be. So I'm really, really grateful for a lot of these tunes, because these are some songs that were really meaningful to me. And I remember being a young dad writing this tune. It's one of the weirder tunes I have. But yes, sir. I got more than one weird song, motherfucker. You're making me want to pull it all out now. I'm just gonna. I know you have. I can't tell you. I mean, listen. I know every musician, we've all been waiting a long time too. We all, listen, when they were. Thank you. We were, when the churches were allowed to stay open, it was kind of like, wait a minute. Everybody's got their own church. Our denomination's not an official one, but we serve a lot of people. I'm just saying. I didn't mean it like that. That came off a little bit. Although maybe we should. We did drive by the Joel Osteen place, and we were both kind of like, man, we're in the wrong business. Geez, he took over the Summit. Man, we were just glad we played there once. That's what my kids say every day. Well, the sun has a way of going straight to my head. I get hazy and lazy, can't get from my bed. Lay there and stare at your seraphim hair for a while. And it's crawling and creeping, covering my skin. I can't breathe, I can't see, find anything except your lips and your tongue. Moving as one, here as one. Oh, and hey, just let me lay in your bed for a while. 'Cause I'm drunk, but I'm happy inside of you. If this thing would help get you through, get you through, get you through, get you through. So your body is blushing like blood from a rose, and it's simplest and it's perfect like the city of stone. From the flush of your skin to the secrets within, here within. Oh, and hey, just let me lay in your bed for a while. 'Cause I'm drunk, but I'm happy inside of you. And if this thing would help get you through, get you through, it gets you through, it gets you through. Your bed for a while. 'Cause I'm drunk, but I'm happy inside of you. And if this thing would help get you through, it gets you through, it gets you through, it gets you through, then there's nothing else more I will. Thank you so much. Well, we got one more song for you, and I just want to take a second again to acknowledge my gratefulness for being able to share the stage with my old friend Bucka Allen. And my not quite as old friend Warren Hood. And it's been, one of the things I was going to my vocal coach, and I was asking her some stuff. I was like, what should I be doing in the new year? What should I be focusing on? And she closed her eyes. I thought she was going to say, well, maybe you should do this or do that or whatever. She said, you should grieve. I said, well, that's not what I was expecting you to tell me, but all right. And I thought about that. And I was thinking, and that's part of why I love doing this show at the end of the year, because it's like letting go of the stuff that doesn't serve us anymore. It's acknowledging what's happened. It's acknowledging the challenges. It has been a hard period of time, and anybody that says it hasn't is lying to you. And we don't always need to put on that shiny face and pretend that it isn't. I think a little bit of collective grieving is important to move on past this time and to hopefully enjoy the glory of what will be 2022, because I'm sure looking forward to some of that. So I want to thank you. I want to take a moment before we play this song because I wrote it for this specific purpose. I'm so grateful that it came to me while I was trying to run away from Ted Nugent to save my life. And I wrote this. I did a TEDx talk about this. But when I was a kid, I grew up in Austin with my dad. But my dad and I used to go down to the Jazz Fest every year, and mainly hang out at the Gospel Tent. Anyone that's ever been to the Jazz Fest knows Jazz Fest is all about the Gospel Tent. And we used to stay down in the quarter. And I remember this one morning I woke up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Jazz Fest. And I woke up one morning because there's a big ruckus outside the window. And I see all these people marching, and they're playing trumpets and playing snare drums. And I woke my dad up, and my dad and I watched this second line funeral walk right past the apartment that we were staying in. And my dad explained it to me. At that point, I didn't know what it was. And for those of y'all that don't know, because this is a beautiful story, and in case you do know, it's nice to hear it again. Second line is the second group of people in a funeral, in a traditional New Orleans funeral. The first line are the family. Typically, they're very conservative dressed. It's a traditional, they wear in black, and it's what you consider a funeral, right? Typical funeral is a very heavy event, right? And maybe there's a little bit of humor, but our typical Western funeral is a pretty heavy event. Now, the second line, those are the people that aren't historically allowed to walk with the first line because they're the people that got the guy probably dead in the first place. So they're kind of cast back in the back line. And over time, it became a tradition where these guys would stay up all night and kind of honor the guy's life as kind of a living way because they walk through the streets. And since they're walking, and it's a walking speed, they play the drums like that, my friends, is the basis of New Orleans funk. And if you think about death, breathing life, that's it in the whole thing, right? So I wrote this tune about my dad, about his funeral while he was still alive. My dad has since passed. Matter of fact, I played the Mucky Duck the night he passed, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's taken on a whole nother level. But what I do when I'm on the road is I send it out to my family and to my friends and to a lot of people who I now know as friends, who I've met over the years, getting to know y'all, because I know half the damn room. And I'm so grateful for that. I really am, because I don't give a shit. I've already played stadiums. I've already been on TV and on the radio. What I care about is the connection and the communion. And I love being able to end the nights with songs like this. And as I get older, and when I'm really older and I'm done with it all, this is what I'm going to remember. And so I really appreciate y'all sharing some time with us. I can't wait to do it again. How about a hand for these two gentlemen? Let's do this. Lay me in flowers, sweet magnolias, New Orleans style. Hey, and play me a funeral procession, second line of rhythms, won't you walk me that mile? And find a tomb for my hiding. Yeah, let me rest in there, rest for a while. Ooh, and make great presentation
all of my family, yeah, remember my time. The river is running, Mississippi mud. My life is good today. Ooh, fly, ooh, fly. 'Cause I got somewhere that I gotta be. With doctors and lawyers, ooh, with all the money where they won't find me. Sky is so big here, Arizona does. My life is good today. Oh, and I am so alive now. Goes so quickly, yeah, so let 'em go. No one to ask for forgiveness. Friends were with me and I was at home. My heart is so full here, and my soul is reconciled. My life is good. Flowers, sweet magnolias, New Orleans style. Oh, and play me a funeral procession. Second line of rhythms, won't you walk me that mile? Walk me that mile. Walk me that mile. Walk me that mile. Walk me that mile.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, y'all. Everybody seeing over in the internet world, thank you for doing whatever you're doing, not taking your PJs off. Thanks, y'all. You want to try somewhere down the line? I'll try it. All right, I want to do one thing. Let me tune up real quick. We'll do one more for y'all before we send y'all on your way. Now, before all this stuff happened, oh yeah, oh you're gonna hear that a lot of times. Trust me, in 2022.